Hello everyone. This is a quick video regarding Hurricane Milton and what we can expect in terms of storm surge, tornadoes, wind, and rain. All very much at play with this storm. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and break it down for you here. Starting with just some of the general threats. Really, one of the highest threats with this storm is storm surge. Really, the maximum storm surge can be anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. We are currently expecting that storm surge to be from Tampa Bay south to Bonita Beach is really the maximum area of that. But anywhere south of Arapica, Florida, to all the way to Flamingo, Florida, really could see that 3 to 5 foot storm surge with it a little bit in the Keys and Florida Panhandle as well. And then on the backside, as the storm's moving offshore, we could see 3 to 5 foot storm surge along the northern Florida coast, east coast, and Georgia coast as well. Again, that slight storm surge still definitely enough to do damage. So that's one of the threats. And again, this storm's gonna hit kind of at the peak of the tide. So really we are thinking that the most likely time for arrival is Wednesday. So at 8 p.m. So tonight at 8 p.m. is when we expect the tropical storm force winds to start affecting the west coast of Florida. East coast of Florida, you probably won't see them till early Thursday morning. Now, if this storm does pick up, we may see the winds start coming around maybe noonish today on Wednesday on the west coast, and on the east coast, you're still looking at Wednesday night. So really, at this point, it's too late to evacuate. Make sure you have non-perishable food. You're above the first floor of sea level. That way, you aren't affected by storm surge. You'll probably lose power, so make sure you charge up all your electric devices. And make sure they are powered on and safe. And also fill up a bathtub with warm water just in case you lose water for whatever reason, or the water becomes unsafe to drink. As far as what we can expect rainfall wise, um, we're expecting between 12 and 16 inches at the most, between Tampa Bay and Orlando on kind of a belt line from that. Now this area isn't set in stone, depending on exactly where the hurricane makes landfall. But just north of the area where the hurricane makes landfall is where we will see the most precipitation and the 12, 13, 14, maybe 15-inch rainfall amounts. And then quickly, as you can see from the graphic, disperses from there. Um, well, it's 8 to 12, and then 6 to 8, and then a little bit below that as well. Um, So as we switch and look at the tornado threat for this storm, you can see really the highest risk is to the south of the landfall. So think Miami area, Southern Everglades, that kind of area, to be your highest risk to see tornadoes in the bands of this hurricane. We do expect to see a few tornadoes from this. So again, um, another threat on top of this very dangerous storm. Um, so be prepared for that. Interior room, lowest level as possible. Again, want to be aware of the storm surge. If you're on the coastal regions, but more inland, you start to have that more of a tornado threat now. Um, and then probably the $1 million question that everybody's most interested in is when's landfall, where's landfall, what can we expect to see? We expect landfall to occur sometime around midnight on Wednesday, on the east coast of or west coast of Florida, around the Sarasota, Florida area is where we expect the landfall to occur, and then we'll move over Orlando and push out to sea over Cape Canaveral about midday to late day on Thursday. That's where the eye we expect to track. We expect it to make landfall as a major or near major hurricane. I expect Category 3 at landfall to kind of be the breadth of the maximum intensity of the storm. So think 130 miles per hour, something like that, as like your upper limit. And then as it moves off towards the east, it will slowly advance into a Category 2 and should be a Category 1 by the time it pushes off of the coast of Florida. And you're dealing with the back end effects of the storm. So again, expecting a very dangerous storm here. Don't focus on the exact area though. Anywhere in Florida really is at risk of significant damage from this hurricane. The flooding rainfall still continues to increase, especially along the I-4 corridor. So be prepared for that. And really, we are looking at that northerly spot of where the hurricane makes landfall and tracks over. So we'll be watching that very closely. Storm surge is expected with this and to be very dangerous, especially to the coastal areas, Tampa, Sarasota, all of those areas. Expect to see damage from that. Soil erosion, things like that. Tornadoes of course, and then just the general wind. So yeah, um, like I said earlier, at this point it's getting too late to evacuate. So make sure you have your supplies ready. Non-perishable food, water, phones charged up. iOS 18 had an update where the newer phones can communicate via text message over satellite. So a very cool feature and definitely a handy way to get in contact if you do end up without power, without communication, things like that, because you will lose power in these areas with this storm. Again, right now it's a Category 5 hurricane, landfall about a Category 3 hurricane. Still a major hurricane at landfall, so a lot of damage is expected. So that's going to do it for this update. I'll leave you with this satellite image of Milton, and stay safe, everyone. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with another update and see what the 9 hours hold. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, help get the word out to more people. I'd greatly appreciate it. And have a good one.